Well, good morning, everybody. Sunday morning hiking with Liz. This is Cleman Mountain near Yakima, Washington. And when you hike here at Cleman, there's a couple options. We're just going to start heading back down. And beautiful day, craggy portions of the Columbia River basalt lavas here at Cleman Mountains. This little canyon down here is called Waterworks Canyon, I believe. I'll put a link in the description below. But getting our exercise on a Sunday morning. We've obviously had snow this past week, but the snow is starting to melt back. And before we lose this high point, let me point out a couple of landmarks for those that are familiar with Central Washington. This is a place, actually we lose the junction. So here's, okay, let me slow down for a second. So you're looking west right now, up into the Cascades. You just get a little bit of the Goat Rocks Wilderness. We had a little bit of Mount Adams, but it's in the clouds, I guess. No, there it is. Let's test the zoom on this. So a little bit of the top of Mount Adams, pretty sure. A little bit of the Goat Rocks Wilderness. No big deal. That's not the surprise here. The surprise is we have views. Views up the yin yang, man. And if I come over here out of the wind and give you a sense of this scene, we're enjoying the wildflowers. A little bit of bird life up here high, but I think the majority of the bird life mid-April here in Central Washington down along the riparian zone, but what do I know? This is a surprisingly high elevation of Cleman Mountain, and I guess what got me sidetracked is that this is the Natchez River coming down State Route 410, coming down from Whistling Jack, for instance. And then again, the light is wrong, but I think we'll kind of work our way. Yeah, the wind is picking up, starting to get chilly. Of course, we stopped working hard physically to get up here. But coming in from the other side here is the Tieton River, which joins at the Y. So here's US 12 joining Washington 410, and here's US 12 heading east to Yakima, Washington itself. What I think is interesting from this vantage point is this tableland here is the Tieton andesite. A single andesite flow. Actually, there's two of them. Actually, there's two separate flows, but the point is, coming from Goat Rocks Wilderness, there's an old andesite flow, and we can see that beautiful andesite lava flow. So that's not part of the German chocolate cake. That's a singular flow. I forgot to look up the age of it. I've done a few programs on it over the years. It's an ice age lava flow, and it made it almost to the Fred Meyer in Yakima. And here's the Tieton River kind of being displaced. So this Tieton andesite flow followed the river valley, filled the river valley, and then was pushing the modern day Tieton River off of its course. Now we've got the Natchez River heading towards Yakima. Okay, let's put this in action here, give you a sense of hiking if you want to come up here and hike. It's a bit of work to get up on the ridge. In other words, there's not much screwing around when you first leave the trailhead, but once you get up here, it's fun. Once you catch your breath. I'm talking about myself now. Once I catch my breath. Now I got my hiking poles in my pack, so Daddy's got to work extra hard on his balance. This craggy nature, and that's Liz's word, this craggy nature of this lava is similar to a portion of the Yakima River Canyon between Ellensburg and Yakima in the middle of an anticline. And I suspect these are the same old Grand Ronde lavas here in the middle of a Cleman Mountain anticline, but I don't really know that. All right. Again, pausing to give you a little sense of this. And then we'll go down through this chute without falling. A benefit to the craggy nature is that there's good handholds here. So let's shoot the gap. Of course the breeze picks up as soon as I want to film. That's just life. Well, we got some birdies. Hi, birdies. Oh, they're meadowlarks. Are these meadowlarks? Right there. It's on that little sage skeleton.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a few of them. So yesterday morning I was up at Waterworks Canyon, and the rarity there was a chance to peek underneath the Columbia River basalt lavas because there was excavation by the Ice Age floods. There's no Ice Age flood excavation here necessarily. However, flowing on top of the German chocolate cake, because it's Ice Age lava, is this andesite flow coming out of the goat rocks. And I think I should go over there and film at one of my favorite places along Highway 12. I'd kind of forgotten that that's a good place to film, so maybe I'll do that. No promises, but in the next couple of weeks, because that's a photogenic spot this time of year with some andesite columns, believe it or not. And we'll add to that story. Again, I kind of forgot to even look up the basics of the Titan andesite. Okay, here's another comment from you folks who live in very green parts of the world. This is about as green as things get out here in the wild steppe of central Washington. What is it? Sagebrush? No. Sagebrush steppe? What is it? Is that what it's called? Okay, do we have our little cairn up here someplace? I forget.
We already passed it.
We did?
Yeah.
That was it? Okay. So where do we go here? Oh, this is the one where you asked if it goes down. Okay, so I'm choosing to film this because it's kind of fun to follow a couple of little chutes here. If this looks like it's too much for you, I understand. But for many of you, this is doable. And again, I'm almost 60 years old, so if it's doable for me, I think it's doable for you. So this is more of a hiking video than anything, because it's German chocolate cake. We've heard about that a million times. But that Titan andesite thing is new for many of you. And I have a little jolt of electricity because I'd totally forgotten about that canyon there. So I'm looking forward to getting down there, maybe this week if we can get a nice calm sunny day. Hope everything's going well in your world. Maybe I'll keep filming till we get to the end of this next little flattish stretch. Yeah, a better look at the junction of the Natchez River and the Titan River. And I guess it's just the Titan then continues down. Good stuff. We were remembering that we were hiking in this area last May of 2021. And the flowers were outstanding down in the hole, down in the Waterworks Canyon. So we're a little early for that major wildflower display, especially up here on the ridge, but probably maybe even down in the hole. We're a little early because of the unseasonably cool weather we've had lately. But as I might have mentioned up at Waterworks Canyon yesterday, things feel like they're about ready to pop. If we can just get a handful of days where we are 60 degrees, I think, I'm no botanist, but it seems like everything's ready to bloom and just feel like April, like May. It feels like late February, early March still around here, and I think among many places in the Pacific Northwest at least, maybe farther afield than that. Not sure what's going on. I think I'll say it. You know, we're 2 years away from the beginning of the pandemic, and people are traveling quite a bit now. And it's great to get back to that, of course. And many folks are coming from a long way away to visit Washington, in part because of this channel. And I must admit that I'm feeling a little strange about it. On the one hand, I'm thrilled that people have been excited enough by seeing some of these landscapes that they want to come see them for themselves. I mean, I'm talking about other countries now, not just coming from Nebraska. But I guess I'm still trying to figure out the other side of it, which I guess I feel like I'm obligated to like spend time with people who have traveled so far to visit here. I don't know. I don't know what my approach is to that. Just a short video to check in and say hi, and to give you another hiking idea. Are we gonna get pizza? Sweet. There's a good pizza and beer place right down there. I don't know how to pronounce it. Bronyar? Bronyar? I don't know, it seems like Business 101. You should pick a name that everybody knows how to pronounce, but maybe I'm just a moron. Yeah, I think that's probably the answer. But great place to stop and have some pizza on this beautiful Sunday.